So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Elliott. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come on, come get some. He don't want it. 59.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, orbit.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 28 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Elliott. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me.
Here's Prescott. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
There we go, kill. 59, Mike. 26. Check, 59. Here we go, D, get off the field. 26. 59. Mike's 50. 26. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Now Prescott on 4th down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. The 20. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bears have taken the lead. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Trubisky to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You. Alert 3. 26. Rush in. Kill. 26.
Now Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. 26.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now Prescott. Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Here we go. 58 to Mike.
Yeah, that's what I do.
26. 26.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
26. Check 3. Check 3. 26. 26.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
65.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come out here in the eye. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're going. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Trubisky to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
You ain't doing nothing.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And that one...
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera.
off the hook and you don't really want none. But if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. I tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag of off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Defense wins championships, baby. Kill.
Prescott now. And that's Elliott, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Caught left side by Cobb. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Prescott, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Prescott. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Check. We're going to 54.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
This is Elliott. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 4th down, Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
5-8, 5-8. We're good, we're good. 5-4, ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing. Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 47. Check, 47. 26. 26. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 44. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. 26.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here I come.
The give is to Elliott. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
At their 48-yard line.
Better bring it. You better bring it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Elliott running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Michael Thomas, who turned 26 in March, now the league's highest paid wideout, signing a 5-year, $100 million extension in late July that will run through 2024.
He's the highest paid non-quarterback ever, though we know as far as these things go, that could change quickly in the league, but still a huge contract for him and deserved. 125 catches last year, led the NFL, 5th highest total in league history. Not bad for a guy that when he played Little League football, he's one of the guys that, the coach said, okay, who hasn't played yet?
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, easy.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. 4-7's the mic. 4-7.
Prescott from the gun. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
56, Mike, 56. Yeah, you don't want none. 56, Mike, 56.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep and got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cobb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Marr able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Breeze able to find the veteran Ginn. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Breeze to throw. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. DeMarcus Lawrence. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Mike, 47. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 26. Watch the screen. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
26.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's get it.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Check 24. Check. Crunch. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. a good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. To throw is Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. That'll bring up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Ted Ginn's gonna go. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Breeze now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Breeze now. And Cook has it, left side. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Breeze again. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A give to Elliott running left. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Pass on target. Prescott to Cooper. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Check, 47. Hey, watch the slant.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points.
Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Ladies and gentlemen,